Now, for more on China's defense ministry meetings and China-Japan relations, I'm joined by Daniel Kliman, a transatlantic fellow with the Asia program at the German Marshall Fund of the United States. Daniel, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Talk to me about the timing of China's announcement that its own military websites were hacked more than 100,000 times recently by U.S. hackers.
The timing is not surprising in that evidence has come to light of a systematic Chinese effort to both hack American corporations and the U.S. government, which has been independently confirmed by the company Mandiant. And so it makes sense that this is coming out now in a way that it's to sort of move attention away from accusations against China. We'll see what, if any, evidence there is to back it. But it's unsurprising that this has come to light now.
Well, basically, is China coming from the standpoint that, hey, we're basically not just going to let any country make these accusatory statements about us? You know, how can you do this when, I mean, certainly the United States has done the same, not just to China, but other countries around the world?
There are real differences, though. If you look at, there is a lot of evidence. American corporations have verified it. The cybersecurity firm Mandiant has verified it. The U.S. government has verified it, that this is very much a systematic effort. It's been documented over time, over years. In this case, at least I've seen no evidence other than Chinese government claims. It's also an effort on the Chinese part that's been documented, which is a large-scale corporate espionage. And some of the other cyber hacking that people talk about, such as Stuxnet, were directed at a government rather than corporations writ large looking for corporate secrets. So they're categorically different.
Let's turn to the Diaoyu Islands and the tensions here between China and Japan. With the leadership changes taking place in both countries, do you anticipate that the situation will change, the relationship between these two countries will change in the future?
I see tensions continuing. I don't think the leadership changes on either side alter the fundamental dynamic. You've seen growing tensions around the Senkaku Islands over the last really 5 to 6 years. This isn't anything new. I think perhaps the news is treating it as sort of a new problem. It's not. A lot of this, I think, has been caused as China has tried to assert control and make this into more of a dispute than it was before. And so I don't think having Abe and Xi Jinping will change that tension, which will continue to grow.
Let's turn to the regional aspects here, because, you know, we just reported that China has docked its first aircraft carrier. You have sort of tensions on the Korean Peninsula as well, and the U.S. pivot to Asia. So, you know, China has already said, look, we're going to bump up our Navy, we're going to build our military a little bit. Where do you see this aircraft carrier having a place in what's going on around Asia regionally?
I think no one objects that China certainly has every right to build up its Navy. The cause of concern often are its then behavior in territorial disputes that we've seen with Japan in the South China Sea. And I think rightly or wrongly, this carrier and its positioning now will be seen as a threatening gesture in light of China's current actions around the Senkakus and in the South China Sea.
How so, though? Because this has been going on for some time. I mean, it's been a process of at least 4 years to build. It's not like this aircraft carrier just showed up all of a sudden.
Very true. I think the general buildup of capabilities, but lack of transparency on the intentions behind those capabilities is the issue.
All right, Daniel Kliman, thank you so much for your time and your insight. We'll have you back again.
Thank you.